What is good, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? It's your boy Foxy. Welcome back to the Fox's Den. It's a lovely Saturday. We are getting this new episode starting with Heavenly Delusion, episode 6. Oh my god, this show, it's still, dude, I can't figure it out, bro. Like, there's so much shit to think about in the show, and you're trying to piece it all together. I've just been basically every time you watch this, you're just kind of like sitting there after like brainstorming every sort of possibility that could be fucking somewhat close to an answer, you know what I'm saying? Besides like getting a little bit of backstory here and there, which I guess we'll get like every couple episodes or so, or maybe not even that. Like, the only reason why I say that is because we got a little bit of a backstory with Kiriko and Haruki actually being Kiriko and all that mess. So like we got a little bit of an answer there with his personal life and what happened to him personally. But in the grand scheme of things, we're just kind of guessing here, like what's really happening. So off the last episode, I'm pretty sure last episode was the one where, you know, unfortunately Taro ended up passing away. And then, so that was what was going on in the heaven place. And I've been watching a lot of other people's reactions to this because, you know, there's a lot of other, you know, some of my favorite reactors are watching this as well. And it's always kind of confusing, not confusing me, but it just creates a very interesting topic of conversation because they're thinking things that I didn't think before, or, you know, I'm having things on my own mind that doesn't matches up with them. So it just creates, you know, a hot mess of what's really the case, like what's really going on here. So like, for example, I watch your boy Roshi a lot, and they're watching this show, and I love it because it gives me some other sort of, you know, input or just some sort of other conversation to get myself into other than just my own, and, you know, whoever's watching my reactions. So, you know, they're thinking, I think off of last episode, that this place, you know, heaven place, whatever, is like, you know, fucking in the past or something. I don't know if that's really the case. I mean, it seems like it could be possible. I don't know, it just doesn't all line up because Tokyo, we know, is a girl, and Maru looks smack like, you know, Tokyo whenever he was younger. Obviously he doesn't look like much like her now. That's why it kind of like flew over our heads until we saw that flashback of him last episode kind of explaining how he grew up. And so that's why I'm not like sold on it being like these two different places being in two different timelines. That's why I'm not sold on it, is because they're around the same age right now. Like every time we're jumping in between them, like if we go back to Kiriko and Maru, you know, Maru looks about the same age as Tokyo whenever we see Tokyo in that place. And he was saying, like, whenever he explains like his past, he, like, the first couple sentences was like when he first started remembering stuff was when he was around like 3 or 4, and we've only seen Tokyo at like the age, you know, like the puberty age, like teenager age, where like that's like what Maru's age is right now. So that's why I think it's not two different timelines. It's just kind of confusing because the heaven place has this like advanced technology still, AI, like computers and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Because Maru mentioned something about, you know, the humanity like relying on, you know, robots too much or something like that, and that's like one of the theories on how the collapse happened. But then again, I don't know. I think the main thing that the three of them that were talking about on your boy Roshi was like, there's the collapse, which is what we hear from Maru and Haruki's perspective whenever they're talking to other people or interact with whoever they meet up with. Like, they mention the collapse every once in a while, and so that's what happened. You know, whatever the event was that put the world in this situation in the first place. And then in the heaven place last episode, you know, we're kind of seeing the director and then the rest of the researchers, you know, scientists that are getting kind of upset because obviously they lost another kid. This is the second kid that has died, you know, in this place. So obviously they're very distraught, and they want to figure out what this disease is, and they're, you know, they actually have remorse. Like, it's not like they're just like, oh fuck it, on to the next, you know what I'm saying? So they have some sort of emotional connection to this, but they also brought up this thing where it's like, okay, we got to figure this out before the day of fate. So that is also two colliding, you know, arguments between like, okay, this could be, you know, a place in the like this heaven place might be in a past timeline. That's where I can see them kind of thinking that, which makes sense because the day of fate, like, okay, that's like a day that hasn't gotten here yet. And then there's the collapse, which is like that happened before. So I could that is very interesting that I feel like it's wanting to make you think that these are two separate timelines, but it just does. I don't think it adds up with the Tokyo and Maru thing, because Tokyo's a girl and Maru's a boy. So like, what the fuck happened? Like, if it was in the past and we're saying that Tokyo is Maru, why doesn't he remember being there? How the fuck did he become a boy? You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't really add up unless he like got out of that place when he was young, like he was like discarded or something. Like I don't know. It's a hot fucking mess. It's very confusing, but I hope we get some sort of answers on that soon, because like when I was watching their reaction to the last episode, it started making me think like, damn, like what the fuck? Like I don't think that at all. But it's interesting that they have that point of view, but then again, we don't know enough yet. Like none of us do. Like they don't know enough yet. We just got to keep watching these episodes, and then I still don't. I can't confirm my, you know, theory or thoughts yet on it being like one timeline. I think it's still one timeline, but it's very possible that it could be two separate. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. Pretty much the rest of the last episode, you know, it was like Maru and Haruki kind of going over Maru's past, and then, you know, them having their kind of own interactions, like whenever she left and like left him alone, like he was like fucking finding porn or something, doing his own thing, and it really scared Haruki, because he's actually scared of being alone again. So like he's already preparing himself for being alone whenever they find this place, if they do. And that's another thing why I think it might not be separate timelines, is because like it seems like they're trying to find the place that we keep on seeing. Like they say they're looking for heaven, and that's why I'm thinking heaven is this place where these kids are at. So that's another reason why I think the timeline isn't separate. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like, it's like a very, like the lab is, I don't know, bro. I really don't know. Like it's fucking confusing as shit, but this is why I like it, because it creates this sort of discussion and brainstorming after you watch it, or while you're watching it even. I mean, it's just a mind fuck. So very interesting stuff all around. That's what we saw with Maru and Haruki, and then we saw, you know, Heaven Place. Really all we saw last episode was them trying to cheer up Taru and, you know, maybe make him feel better like the rest of the kids while he was still, you know, like on his last legs. But then sure enough, he does pass away, and they have a little memorial service for him, and, you know, the kids actually get to see him like they are like dead, like it was basically open casket, which makes it very more real instead of just hearing about it. And so they got to, you know, say their goodbyes, and then they cremate him, and what the fuck is that's left? You know, cremation, it's very hot. It's supposed to, you know, make you turn into dust. That's the whole point of cremation. So it burns your bones. Your bones are hard as fuck. It burns those too, motherfucker. So what is this that's left after the cremation? It looks, I mean, it wasn't burnt. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything's supposed to be dust, but there's this fat ass fucking rock of whatever the fuck that has probably something to do with a man-eater, if I had to guess. But like you know, that's how the episode ended. Like the researchers haven't seen it before either. So I don't know, man. I'm excited to get into this. I need more answers and just see where we go from here. So that's kind of where my thoughts are at, and also like, you know, venturing out into some thoughts that I've heard from some other people too, and trying to combine them all together and see what the fuck is happening. But hey, man, we're not gonna get it until we fucking see it on the screen. So without further ado, let's get in the episode. If you guys enjoy it, please leave a like down below, comment, subscribe for new, hit that notification bell so you know the next one's dropping. Let's get into it. Episode 6, Heavenly Delusion. Straight into the intro. Getting this right out the way. Good. Because I want straight fucking... I need some answers. Alright, let's get it. An underground entrance. Seems like another person around their age. Okay, Haruki's trying to be nice. Okay, this is the episode. 100% safe water. This is the place they're going to check out first. Okay, they already hear the water. Yeah, what the fuck is this dude just sitting there fucking... Oh, is he dead? Yeah, nah, he looks fucked up. Oh, never mind, he's alive. He looks like he's under the water. Yeah, he's already dead, bro. What the fuck? I'm assuming that's a man-eater as well, or is it literally just a bear? Because it doesn't look like too special or like alien-like like the rest of the man-eaters. I don't know. Let's see when he gets out in the sunlight. It's like kind of shedded on its head. All right, well, she fucked it up. Or he. It looks smack like a bear, but it's like losing its fur for some reason. Like it doesn't exactly. I don't think it's a man-eater. I think it's just a bear losing its fur, which is odd. He gave it a new name. And Haruki's cringing. See, it's not a man-eater. It doesn't work. They are freaking out, bro. See, that's what I was saying, bro. It don't look like it doesn't. It's not a monster. It's just a bear. It's literally just an animal. They get into more shit, bro. God damn, they're just trying to get some water and they get attacked by a bear. Yeah, like that'll work. Drop the battery. Yeah, their dynamic is so funny, bro. They really do get along together well. Yo, Maru's like, say fucking less, baby. Got it. Got the battery. I get to touching boobs later. Fuck yeah. Oh my god. No fucking hesitation. She didn't even finish her sentence. He was already jumping off. He's like, bet, got you. That's all you had to say. What? Oh, he's always been, yeah, that's right. He's always been trying to be helpful. He's always been trying to be there for the people he's close to. And now he finally feels appreciated. Okay, so he can jump down just fine. See? Shoot that motherfucker! Shoot him! Coming in hot! He dead. He dead. Bro, it split him in half. Did it? Nah, but that motherfucker's dead. Yeah, he got him. He got him. Damn, yeah, no, it fucked his head up, bro. Oh my god. What? Thank God for your horny energy. God bless. Oh, those are those guys that Maru fucked up.
シャルクと違って動物は死体が残るから食えていいね。おびき寄せられた
100% 安全な水。本来水に近寄ったところで入り口を塞ぐ手口だったんだ。きっと正解はこのぐらいにして寝よう寝よう。
Okay, yeah, I mean that's one thing that you gotta. I mean that's what we were talking about before. Information is valuable, so some people are gonna use that to their advantage and try and trick people. So some of those things on the map you can't trust, as we've learned, but there might be something real. Hey yo, Maru didn't forget nothing. He didn't forget nothing. This guy. Oh my god, please. Are they actually going to show us this? It's going to be so awkward. I just feel it.
例えば大きな怪我をして手術したりすると髪質が変わることがあるらしい。これは姉ちゃんの呪いだと思ってる。
A curse?
私の体にいたずらするなよっていう。
そう。じゃあジャンパー脱いで。
Yo, Maru is not budging, bro. He's gotten real serious all of a sudden.
つまりこういうことだからね。
Rules! Rules! Whoa.
女の子みたいな声出た。
お客さん。
What's she pissed about?
お客さんはこっち。
Ah, he got separated.
お客さん。
Oh, funny as shit.
私じゃダメですかね。
Wait, what?
もしくは太陽光で充電できるライト。あれでいいです。
Damn, this girl sure is forward. All right, bet. Oh, fuck you. Give me that. Give me this or that, basically. Well, you got what you wanted. Just not who you thought it was going to be. This is an actual girl, too. Well, it doesn't really matter because the Kiriko's body is still her body. I mean, I don't know. Yo! Nah, this show's funny as fuck. Why are you in this position? It's not what it looks like.
状況が誤解を解くことの困難さを物語っていることに気づいたマルは絶望のあまり目の前が真っ暗になったという。
Yo, they brought a narrator in for this, dude. Dude, what the fuck is going on?
本当ですか？よかった。
Okay, so she's not sick.
疲れているようなので休んでいってください。
She hallucinating?
誰？
What the fuck?
アスラ。時代は何が得意ですか？
This is the girl that killed herself. Okay, thank God. I was about to say this seems way too. There's way too much happening at once. It had to have been a dream. Okay, holy fuck, bro. God damn, one thing after another.
あ、大丈夫です。
He's paying attention to the shoes.
本当に申し訳ない。それより私は気づいたんですよ。気持ちがいいものはお金なんです。
Interesting.
綺麗な部屋と干したお布団をどんどん増やして、好みの客が来たらセックスしてお金を稼いで、ホテル王になるんですよ。
Beautiful. Love the business plan. It's fucking astounding. Okay. Yeah, okay, so okay, so what he was talking about, he can't enter a human, like, he was shocked that his ability, like his Maru touch or whatever, worked, or was about to work on her.
思い出した。フェイタルダイブだ。
忘れろっつってんだ。
ボス、ダメだったって。今朝早くに死んじゃったって。せっかく助けてもらったのにね。
And so because he wasn't able to use the MARU touch on the animal, the bear, okay, and it probably doesn't work on a regular human either. She must be some sort of hybrid, like a man-eater and a human, just like the kids that are in this heaven place. So maybe, I don't know. I don't know.
もし近所に生まれて同じ町で育ってたら仲間だったかもしれないんだよな。
Damn, and it ends right there. What the fuck, bro? It's not enough. It's not enough. Okay, there's a lot at the end, so I think there's an end credit. I'll wait. I'll wait. But yeah, that makes things... See, this is what I'm saying. Like, I'm trying to piece it all together, but it makes it even more confusing now that he was able to potentially use his MARU touch on that girl, which suggests that she is a hybrid human, like the humans in the heaven place. So does that mean that the people, like the researchers, discard some kids that aren't... Like, they don't turn out how they thought they'd be, so like, oh, you can just go live a normal life now? Or is it really like there is two separate timelines, like I was talking about in the pre-episode discussion, like some other reactors think, and this place just fucking failed, and then all these kids just went out into the, you know, are just living out in this world now in the collapse. But it does, I don't know if that really makes sense though still, because you would think if it's in the past, right, then these kids that have these powers or are special in this way, that are like hybrid humans between man-eaters and humans, you think they would remember their life in that place, but they don't seem to at all. So like, what the fuck is going on there? I don't fucking know. Here we go, end credit. Interesting.
今日はちょっと元気そうだね。
心配事があったんだけど、なくなったから。
Okay, whatever the fuck is in control of this place, because remember, there's like robots. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of they rely on robots a lot. So the AI or whatever's got to be fucking... okay, they have to be the AI or whatever, the robots that are in control of this place are helping the researchers. They gotta be like fucking... They gotta be influencing this shit. Like they're feeding him like the wrong camera feed. You know, like a fake camera feed to make him look like everything's okay.
今日僕、アスラの幽霊見た。
けど、時を好きなのとは違う感じの好きだよ。知ってるでしょ？
うん。
Okay, and it just ends right there. What the fuck, bro? Dude, this show's insane. Like, oh man, bro. So much to think about. I don't know the answers. I just don't know, bro. I just don't fucking know. Alrighty, guys. What another amazing episode of Heavenly Delusion. That was a really good one. And then again, you know, kind of still like giving us some little details on and clues in letting our minds run amok. You know what I'm saying? Basically with the whole bear thing, basically, and then like what led after that in the episode, because most of the episode was centered around Haruki and MARU this episode, and that was pretty much the focus, was with them. And we saw a little bit more of Tokyo, but that not much more of the Heaven Place. That one researcher basically is kind of paying attention closely. He's paying attention to each kid's shoe, you know, and kind of getting an idea, and he's like, you know, kind of researching this on his own time. To see if he can find a match. And sure enough, it looks like at the end of that episode, the end credit, he did kind of find a match with Tokyo's shoe. And so it seems pretty credible. And so maybe he confronts her, or maybe he tells the director, or, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, I feel like this is going to get them close to figuring out what the hell's really going on here, and realize that the AI or the robot are only showing them what they want to show them, because that's what seems like what is happening right now, especially after that end credit. They're looking at the camera of Tokyo's room. She's asleep. What's really happening is she just woke up, turned her light on, put her slippers on, walked out the door. They got a camera out in the hallway on her door. she walks out the door, walks through the hallway. On the camera feed, door never opened. And then she goes to fucking what's-his-face's room, the guy that likes to draw. You know, they've formed a little relationship now, and it seems like they're starting to experiment sexually and whatnot, you know. And so it shows his room, and he's dead asleep. But what's really happening is they're fucking getting ready to take their clothes off and go to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not seeing any of this on the monitor feed. So it's got to be something where like the AI and the robots are like kind of controlling that and showing them what they want to show them and kind of letting the kids do what they want. Whereas the researchers would probably, you know, if they saw this shit happen, like, no, you're supposed to be a bit, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I'm saying? So it's very interesting that is the case. Like, so I guess like maybe the AI wants the kids to experience their own things. Like, it's just interesting that the robots are doing that. Like, it's playing a big influence on how these kids are interacting with each other and whatnot. So maybe this is how they've learned all of this stuff and information and whatnot, and even like anything to do with like human interaction and kissing and sex in the first place, is maybe it's been fed to them by the AI or robots, and the researchers have no fucking clue, and that's why they're like, what made them kiss each other? We didn't teach them this behavior. They have no prior knowledge of it. Okay, maybe it was the fucking AI that told them or clued them in on it, or what the fuck ever. Like, I don't know, but it's definitely some case where the AI definitely has way more influence than they think, the researchers think. They don't even realize, like, because they're looking at the cameras and they're like, oh, everything's fine. They're not even seeing what's actually happening. And that goes for, I think, because I was thinking at first, like, okay, maybe they're like, Tokyo and the other girl are related to the like fucking invisible man-eater. Like, maybe that's a trait of theirs and that's why they're not being picked up on the camera. But that really wouldn't make sense, because in the very first instance that we saw this, whenever they were getting through that vent, like, and the one girl was holding it open for Tokyo, she was holding it open that whole time, and the camera is right on the fucking that vent. It's looking right at it, but it wasn't open on the camera feed, and that doesn't make any fucking sense, because the thing that's open is an inanimate object. So what is being fed to the monitor room is fake footage. It's being changed. It's man-made, changed by something. It's not man-made, but it's definitely edited. It's changed, is what I'm trying to say. It's not what you're actually seeing. So that is definitely on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's got to be from the AI. Like, maybe it's from the Mina thing that the director's been talking to this whole time. But then again, I don't know if each of these robots that we see throughout the place are all like one, like they're all connected to Mina, or they're separate, you know, fucking things or whatever. I don't fucking know. But it's very interesting that you know, the researchers aren't seeing what they're supposed to be seeing, and so that's definitely the AI getting in the way for whatever reason. I don't know if it's malicious at this point, or if it's just like, you know, let's see what happens. I don't fucking know. It's very intriguing. Pretty much the only other things that we saw in that Heaven Place with Tokyo was that one of the robots was like, oh yeah, you're not sick. So we got confirmation. Okay, because last episode we thought like maybe she was getting down with the disease that Taro had, but she goes and checks herself out, and the robot's like, oh yeah, you're good. Like, no, you don't. There's no sign of sickness. You just show signs of fatigue. So take a nap here. Basically, that's all the fucking doctor, the robot, said. But then again, if we're already seeing the robot or the robots or the AI or whatever taking their own actions upon like showing the monitor room what they want them to see, like, you know what I'm saying, like feeding them fake footage, and they could already be, you know, telling the humans what they want as well. Like, Tokyo very well could be sick, but the robot, for whatever reason, or the AI is like, nah, you're okay. Like, she wants to keep the AI wants to keep her worry free, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. Like, you know what I'm saying, like not thinking about it, like, you know, just like don't even clue them in or whatever. It's weird. So hopefully we learn a little bit more about, you know, the AI and robots in general along the way in the next couple episodes. But then sure enough, she takes a nap and she sees like feet, like, you know, behind the curtain of her bed. So she opens it, she doesn't see anybody, and then all of a sudden the fucking girl, that ASURA girl that killed herself, is floating above her bed and just asks her, Tokyo, what are you good at? And Tokyo's like, Asura, what the fuck? You're Asura, right? And then that's where like the shit starts crawling up her legs, or her legs start like kind of transmutating or something. Like, I don't know, bro. It looked fucking weird as fuck. And I was like, this is way too much at once. So I felt like it was a dream, and sure enough, she like woke up. But who knows if that was really a dream? That could have been like a fucking alternate dimension or something. Like, dude, I don't fucking know, bro. I don't know at this point. That's pretty much all we saw from the Heaven Place this episode. And then the rest of the episode was centered around Kiriko, or Haruki, and Maru. And basically they're going to check out some of the places on this map that they got. So the first place to go to check out is 100% safe water. Sure enough, they get there, and it seemed like kind of like a trap. You know what I'm saying? Like, the water is just collecting there, but it doesn't seem very clean. Like, it's at the bottom of a fucking parking garage or whatever. So Haruki notices that right away, but then sure enough, they get down there and they notice somebody's hurt and you know, fucked up, and he's on his last legs. Luckily, he wasn't dead yet, but he eventually died the next morning or whatever, according to that girl that, you know, hosts the hotel. But sure enough, they saw his buddy right behind him. He was under the water. I was like, yeah, he's dead. There's no way he's alive. And so that's when they fucking noticed the bear. Like, they thought it was a fucking man-eater, because obviously the bear looks fucking not like a normal bear. He's missing most of his fur on his face and like some of his fucking upper body area. So the bear looked deformed for sure, and but like, I noticed it right away. I was like, I don't think that's a man-eater, bro. I think that's just a regular ass bear. And sure enough, it was. So much so, like, once they finally got the you know, the jump on it, and you know, they stopped it by making that pillar fall on him. And then Maru went to go fucking he renamed his move Fatal Dive. It didn't work because it's not a man-eater. So now we learned that his ability, his power, it only works on man-eaters. And so that's what makes it even more interesting later in the episode, because obviously they had to stay up on that platform for a while and figure out how they were going to deal with this bear. But for whatever reason, Haruki drops the battery from his gun, you know, because she's trying to warm it up, like whatever the fuck she's doing. Or he drops the battery, and so he looks to Maru and he's like, go get it. And Maru's like, fuck out of here. What the fuck I look like? Like, bro, what? He's going to tell me to go get it after you dropped it? Yeah, okay. And then, you know, Haruki goes on to ask him, do you view me as a woman still, or do you view me as a man? And so Maru has still been, you know, obviously he's learned this since like the second or third episode. You know, he's known for a while now that Haruki's situation, like, it's Haruki inside of Kiriko's body. So it's a boy, you know, that's why he thinks he's a boy. But in terms of the physical appearance of him, like, he literally is a girl. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like up here, like it's his personality, his brain, his mind, everything. So that's why he asked him that question, because he started giving, I don't know why he thought this was a good idea, because I knew Haruki wouldn't be comfortable with it. Because if you're a guy in your head, then you don't really want another, like, you're not attracted to another guy unless you were already attracted to men when you were a man. I guess, you know, that would be fine. I don't fucking know, but I didn't think he would be I didn't think he would say that, but he goes on to encourage Maru, like, okay, you can touch my boobs if you, and he doesn't even finish the sentence, and Maru jumps the fuck off to go get this battery. Like, that shit was so funny. Like, if you need to hype him up, you know fucking how. And so, sure enough, he goes gets the battery, they figure out their situation, and then they form a plan. They jump back down, shoot the bear in the face, done deal. But yeah, we learned that his power can only work on man-eaters. And so that's what makes it even more interesting, because once they get back to the hotel, you know, obviously Maru remembers her promise, or Haruki's promise, and, you know, he's fucking about it, bro. He's like, yo, I'm touching me some titties tonight, bro. The fuck? And he did, but it wasn't the titties he wanted. Because that girl came up and, like, I guess they kind of, you know, she kind of heard him fooling around. And there's messages written all over the walls of the room, like, don't make a mess of the room. Don't make a mess of the futons. It's like, this place is not for that. Okay. But then she brings him to another room, so I was like, oh, okay, she's separating them, like, he's not gonna get what he wanted tonight, like, you guys are just gonna have to go to sleep. But then she pulls a fast one, and she's like, okay, I'll fuck you. Like, what? Like, that was a fucking twist. So it seems like her whole plan was like, okay, I'll make money by having people at my hotel or whatever. They can have a place to stay, so I can make money that way. But then I can also bargain and make more money if I have sex with the customers that I like. What a fucking business model. I mean, goddamn, she's about it. But anyways, yeah, they try and start. She tries to start seducing him, which kind of works. Like, she did put his hand right on her fucking tit, and he kind of flustered for a second. He goes, oh my god, it's a boob. You know what I'm saying? But quickly he's like, no, I don't know. Like, I don't want. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's still trying to hold himself. Like, he is attracted to Kiriko or Haruki, but it's Kiriko's body. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So he didn't really want to do anything, and then because his hand was placed on her chest, he felt the sensation like he could, use Maru touch, which suggests that she is a hybrid human or a man-eater in some way. So she's from the heaven place, or I don't know, where she could be from anywhere. I guess because who knows if the doctor, right, is from the fucking heaven place, or that's where he's at, or he's still doing his own research and he's doing something similar to that. And then the whole talk about like the timelines being separate or the same, I mean, I don't think it makes much sense, because like I feel like, these kids, if they are from that place and we're seeing them in the past every time we go to that place with the robots and the kids, why don't they remember any of that shit? They don't remember anything. So that is another very curious, like, that's what is holding me back from being like keen set on like 100% like, okay, the timelines are separate. That is what is holding me back, is that they don't remember any of that shit. If these kids are the kids, like they're the same people, and she obviously doesn't remember shit, because like she doesn't know it, like she didn't know anything. You know what I'm saying? Like Maru was confused as fuck. And then like she was in the fucking position and everything, and he said, I put it in, like that's what he said or something like that. And that's when he calls for Kiriko or Haruki to come in, and like he's literally in that, like it just looked like, bro, nah, this show is hilarious. That was one of the funniest episodes I've ever watched. Not in like anime, well, I don't know, maybe in anime in general, but definitely the funniest episode of this show so far. That was hilarious. And then they kind of explain themselves, and Maru's just confused. So like she doesn't, like that girl that was able to like Maru could have killed her, because apparently she has man-eater properties. That suggests that she's from the heaven place or from somewhere else, but she doesn't remember anything about the past or where she came from or whatever. Like she don't remember shit. She seems like a normal human to herself and everyone else around her. So that's what makes me think like it's not a separate timeline. Like, it's just the same timeline. Both these places were like we see this place, we see that place, and they're all in the same timeline. Like it's like, I don't know. That's what's pulling me right now. And then also because Tokyo's a girl, Maru is a boy. You know what I'm saying? Like they look very similar whenever they were kids. Or like, when Maru was younger, he looks smack like Tokyo. If Maru's hair was cut the way like Tokyo's is right now, they're literally twins. But they're not the same sex. If Maru was Tokyo, like wouldn't he? That's what I'm saying. Like there's got to either be some like memory erasing property or something to these kids if it is two separate timelines, and that's why they don't remember anything like past a certain point. But then again, like Maru said, like he started remembering stuff around 3-4 years old, and that's like the flashback that we got, that we saw he looks like Tokyo. But Tokyo right now in the heaven place, they're all teenagers, bro. This is why they're like, bro, they're not 3-4 years old fucking kissing each other. Like what? They're all teenagers. They're experiencing puberty for the first time. They're fucking curious about sex, this and that. Like that's what is holding me thus far on it being one single timeline. I don't think it's two separate. So that's my thoughts so far. But goddamn, like that's all I can say. Like I don't tell me if I'm right or not, because I guess I'll find out on my own. But it just makes you think, bro. All you can do is brainstorm. Like we just don't have the answers yet, and that's why this show is so good. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Those are my thoughts. That's my brainstorming so far, and we're gonna, just have to wait for the next episode. So if you guys enjoyed this reaction, please leave a like down below, comment, subscribe if you're new, hit that notification bell so you know the next one's dropping. I'll see you on the next one. Y'all be good. Deuces.